What connects a 1960s classical composer, a techno pioneer,
and a micro house legend?
The same weaponized repetition. This is the story of how less became everything. In the early 1960s, Western classical music was hitting a wall. Composers like Milton Babbitt were obsessed with serialism, a style so mathematically dense it felt more like a blueprint than a song. It was music for the eyes, not the ear. A small group of Americans did something radical. They stopped competing with complexity. They replaced dramatic stagecraft and crescendos with a steady, unwavering pulse. This was the birth of minimalism. The breakthrough came in 1964 with Terry Riley's In C. The piece consists of 53 short musical phrases. Performers repeat each one as many times as they wish. The result is a shimmering communal cloud of sound. Before digital sequences existed, Riley was programming musicians to behave like loops. He treated humans like hardware. While Riley focused on the pulse, Steve Reich discovered the glitch. Experimenting with identical tape loops, Reich noticed they wouldn't stay synchronized. They began to drift.
The Steve Reich tape pieces really are oral moire patterns. A moire pattern is the superimposition of two very, very simple patterns. They might just be parallel lines. When you superimpose them and you move them in relation to each other, you get very complex and unexpected movements. And I think the Reich piece, the tape pieces, work in the same way. They take advantage of the fact that your brain is very creative. Sort of transferring the job of being the composer into the brain of the listener. So it's saying to the listener, your brain is actually making this piece of music because you knew what the ingredients were. There's nothing mysterious about how the piece works.
By the 1970s, the movement crossed the Atlantic. German bands like Kraftwerk ran these pulses through oscillators, replacing the human sequencer with actual machines. They created the motoric beat, a relentless 4/4 rhythm that stripped away the swing of rock and roll and replaced it with the precision of a factory line. Minimalism was no longer an experiment, it was an industrial pulse. In the late 70s, Brian Eno treated sound as architecture. He developed ambient music long loops and slow shifts that didn't demand your attention, but instant created a space. This restraint became a modern shorthand, a way to create tension through texture rather than melodrama. The cycle continued in the 1990s Detroit. Robert Hood stripped techno to its barest essentials. His 1994 album Minimal Nation was a direct descendant of the 1960s avant-garde. Using a single drum machine and a synth loop, he aimed for pure hypnosis. On
Perlon, the Berlin label that became ground zero for the new sound, Ricardo Villalobos pushed minimal house into stranger, more elastic territory. Tracks like Dexter, and Tempura from his album Salvador traded industrial weight for organic, elastic grooves. And Villalobos wasn't working alone. Artists like the Wighnomy Brothers and Akufen were shaping the same minimal language from different angles. Turning a niche experiment into a full-blown movement. Then artists like Ryoji Ikeda began treating raw data as sound. In works like Data Matrix, music is stripped to pure sine waves. And white noise. The zeros and ones of digital existence. Music as pure information. Ultimately, minimalism was a shift from the individual. From a tape loop in 1964 to the algorithms of the 2020s, the message remains. You don't need 1,000 notes to say something. You just need the right one, played again and again, to hear everything start with almost nothing.